here's what I think it is at a high level. It's a collection of evergreen 1-hour video presentations on topics related to a single niche. They're based on my own, or if you were doing it, your own proven methods and tactics, as well as proven methods and tactics that others have used, as well, in some cases. It's available as both a one-off and subscription product. I think that's a key point that I think differentiates it from a lot of different expert info products out there. The sessions are all super actionable and specific. They're not just talking generally about the topic. They're showing people exactly what to do. And hopefully this session will be a good example of that, because I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do stuff and what you can do. They're super tactical. They're not theoretical. And again, they can be applied to any niche expertise you have. Here's what the skill session business model is not. It's not a course. I believe most courses are bloated, they're overproduced, and they're overly long. The entire point of these sessions is get right to the good stuff. Again, in that first testimonial, the person mentioned no fluff. I'm always trying to remove the fluff. Most courses try to convince you to buy them by saying, oh, we have 7 hours worth of videos and 800 worksheets and all of this stuff. And they think that that makes it seem more valuable. I think it just adds additional friction and overwhelms people. They're not a cohort. So while the sessions are recorded live, they're available on demand. There is not a sort of like, okay, you need to commit for 6 weeks and be here every Wednesday at 2:00. And there's none of that, right? It's like, just get people the most valuable information in the most convenient way for them. It's not a community. So this gets a little confusing because I do refer to it as a membership, but there's very purposely, there's no message board. While there is a community around this and we will interact on these calls, it is not, there's plenty of communities out there. And if that's something you want, you can go find them. That is not what this is. I have found while communities can be incredibly valuable, in most cases, communities can be a trap, because I think people wind up spending tons of time in the community, in the message boards, interacting with people, helping other people. And that's all time that could be used to actually take action on your own stuff. So while they can be helpful, they can also easily become a distraction. So that's why there's not a message board or any of that kind of stuff. It's not a huge financial commitment for buyers. Like, these are priced very reasonably, in my opinion, for $197 to get all of this stuff. Whereas, this is not one of those courses that people are paying $2,000, $3,000 for. That doesn't mean that if you created your version of this, you couldn't price higher. And I'll talk about that in a second. But I think in general, this model lends itself to it should be a sort of simple no-brainer buy for people. And then the last thing here, which is another huge difference, I think, it's not a huge time commitment for the creator, right? Most people that are doing courses are spending way more time building a course than it takes me to build one of these sessions. Cohorts are certainly a big time commitment, and communities for the creator, person behind it, is a massive daily commitment. So this model is as much designed to provide value to the audience as it is for the person creating it to get the maximum value out of their time and investment.